We've been talking about myths, the oft repeated things that become truth for us even when they don't have a basis. And what is one of those that are so loved by the human race? And here's a word for you today, and that is willpower. And everybody hears that word, feels so good about it, and everybody feels, I have it. Excepting somebody who's so down and out and who's been called a wretched person, an alcoholic, or whatever names they've been given for all their life, and they think that they don't have willpower. So is this true that people have willpower? Let's take a look at it. And the best way to begin is by defining it. So, what is will? Because that is part of the word willpower. So will is actually a part of our brain from where we can make choices. And it's called a will center, or whatever specialized name that you want to give. And everybody has it. So we can all make choices. We have said earlier that these choices are not always free. They come under how we are born and whom we are born to, and with what kind of environment we've grown up in. So that's one thing about the will. What is willpower? If will is my power to choose, then willpower, being an extended word, is my power to do what I have chosen. So one is a choice-making word, one is the action word of the choice. So let's take a look at it. Do I have willpower? When we look at this word willpower, you will find that it is attached not to what your abilities are, but to what you are not able to do. If you're a good cook, nobody's going to tell you use your willpower to make a nice dish, because that's your ability to do so. But if there's something that you find difficult to do and constantly you're doing that which you should not do, then people say use your willpower to get over that. For example, I work with substance abusers, and that's such a common word that they hear ad infinitum. Use your willpower to stop smoking, use your willpower to stop drinking alcohol, and how everybody wishes that would work. It's not that they haven't tried. And yes, to some extent it does work in the sense that, okay, I decide I won't drink, and a habit can change. Let's make a difference between a habit changing and a person changing, because there's a lot of difference between the two. So keeping that in mind, let's take this whole business of willpower to another level. If the word willpower is associated with the things that we are finding extremely difficult to change, for example, worrying. Everybody finds that not only difficult but impossible to change. And we know we should not worry. Everything tells us that we should not worry. Then why do we worry? Why don't we use our willpower to change? Let's take an example. Supposing nobody in this world had willpower, excepting me, of course. What would I do? I know there are some things that I don't want to do. The first thing I would do with my willpower is get rid of that thing that I don't want in my life. And once I've gotten rid of it, I would realize that, oh, there is something else here in my life that I don't like, that I keep on doing but I don't like, or I keep on thinking and I don't like. And I would work at that next, use my willpower to get rid of that. And very slowly, step by step, I would get rid of everything that is negative in my life, every single thing. And I would become a perfect person. So, there is nobody who is perfect in this world, and nobody who we know has reached that level. And so if that is so, does anybody have willpower? Actually, this word is an interesting word because it's not very old in the English language. It's quite young. Around about the 1840s, from the time that a book comes out, The Origin of the Species. And Charles Darwin has asked that question, that how did that first one-celled organism become two? And one of his friends makes a reply, saying that that organism, one-celled organism, could do it by the power inherent in its own will. And so, from that, a word was coined, willpower, mainly to say the power inherent in us to change, and massively change at that. Nobody who lives in this real world knows that we can massively change. We can change, but not massively. And willpower is talking about massive change in a person. And so really, that word is based on something known as the theory of evolution. Anything based on a theory cannot be that true. It's still a theory. And so, let me close by saying that the concept of willpower is actually a myth that we love to believe in because it gives us such power just to hear that word and feel that we just might have it. But try it in real life and it just doesn't work. And so here's another myth, and hopefully it's exploded for you, because it has for me. And here's Rohini Virathan signing off for Breakthrough Today.